Okay, we will start. Somebody can put a message in the group for others to join. Oh. Om. Om. Sahana bhavatu. Sahano bhunaktu. Sah वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् So we were in
54 we have to do.
okay. Yeah. Okay. How is Divya doing health-wise? Okay. यल्लाभा नापरो लाभो यल्लाभात् नापरो लाभो यत्सुखात् नापरं सुखम् यत्सुखात् नापरं सुखम् यज्ञानात् नापरं ज्ञानम् यज्ञानात् नापरं ज्ञानम् तद्ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत् तद्ब्रह्म ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत् टुगेदर यल्लाभात् नापरो लाभो यत्सुखात् नापरं सुखम् यज्ञानात् नापरं ज्ञानम् तद्ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत् Yat labhat na param na aparam labham. There is no labha that is beyond this labha. That is the attainment of the self. That is the knowing of the self. There is no sukha that is para, beyond this sukham. Yaj jnanat na param jnanam. There's no other knowledge that is beyond this knowledge. Tad brahma iti avadharayet. When we realize that that is Brahman, Tattvamasi, you call whatever, Tattvamasi, I am Atma Brahman, all those Mahavakyas we have. I am Atma Brahman, Prajnanam Brahman, Tattvam Asi, Aham Brahmasmi. When one realizes, right? When one realizes it becomes, you know it. That knowing, that realization, that knowing, and that abiding in that forever. Now there's nothing beyond that. Anybody wants to read? Oh, we read this already, the Tataksha Lakshanam and all. The following 3 verses. See, Swarupa Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana, there are 2 Lakshanas. Here it says the following 3 verses in Atma Bodha try to indicate the Supreme Brahman through Tataksha Lakshana. Swarupa Lakshana, one would say Sat Chit Ananda. That is a Lakshana, Swarupa Lakshana. Direct, what is it? How do you, when in contentment you are in the deep contentment. What is contentment? It is the lack of lacking. The deep bliss, Ananda. In all of that, you are with the Supreme, that is direct. Swarupa Lakshana. Tatastha Lakshana is how they point to, like indirectly pointing to the same Sat within, the same self within.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
in a little like this, pointing, giving a map.
It's the example of the crow sitting on top of the house that we did, ma'am. I think we
Yeah,
read.
we did this, didn't we? Yeah. So let's move to the next one. Yad drishtva na aparam drishyam, yad bhutva na punarbhavaha, yajñātvā na aparam nyeyam, tad brahmeti avadharayet. An extension of the earlier sloka only. That is, once you see this, there is nothing to see beyond. Yad drishtva. Once you see this, there's nothing to see beyond. Yad bhutva. Once you have attained that, you have become that, there is no need to be born again. Punarbhava. Once you have become, that is that, you have there is a complete abiding in the self. There is nothing, there's no reason to be born anymore. Yat jñātvā na aparam nyeyam. Knowing this, there's nothing more to know. Tat brahma iti avadharayet. Same thing. This is the realization. Realize that to be Brahman, having seen which nothing more remains to be seen, having become which one is not born again in this world, and having known which nothing remains to be known. Anybody wants to read this? Why is everybody out of YouTube?
Can I read?
We meet. It's nice
Hello?
to see each other. Yes, Premaji. Yeah,
Can
read.
I read?
Premaji. Yes.
From realize that to be, from there.
In such a perfect state of tranquility.
In such a perfect state of tranquility, peace, and perfection, there is no further demand from within us to gain anything else to make us more perfect. If there be yet any lingering demand, then we have to consider ourselves to be still imperfect. The highest state of existence is that supreme bliss where there are no thought eruptions, when we no longer exist as the ugly ego center. In the experience of this absolute bliss, when the mind and intellect have ceased to function, truth dazzles forth in all its natural divine beauty. All intellectual endeavors are but reflections of the self on the objects. Atmavidya alone gives the knowledge of the self per se. All other knowledge of things is conditional and they are apprehended by that eternal light which illumines the entire world of its own projections. Having known the pure awareness, nothing more remains to be known. Having become that eternal being, the subject, there is no object anymore other than itself to be eliminated. Having obtained a glimpse of that reality, there is nothing more to be seen or understood. Having awakened to that consciousness, all the misconceptions end. Having burned our ignorance, avidya, the seeds of bondage, vasanas, gets get charged.
Did we do the Kshetrajna thing anytime here? No?
I think you said that we'll do it in elaborate. Last to last class we did the other one. Then last class was Guru Purnima, so
So please give your own understanding of this verse. Your own, let it flow and see what comes from there.
ma'am, you reach a stage where you can differentiate between what is Brahman and what is. So nothing affects anymore. Everything becomes kind of. We can relate to it that it is all mithya. The final goal is we reach the final goal kind. And there is nothing
What is
beyond
that?
that.
There is nothing beyond that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else?
No mind, no ego.
No mind, no ego. Only the self. Okay. Anybody else?
No desire of any kind.
No vasana. Hence, no desire. Yep. Premaji, Jaimalaji, Mamta.
Kind of ultimate goal. There is, as I said, nothing beyond that. It's the ultimate.
Yeah. They do say in Advaita, that is the difference between Jnana Marga and. Go ahead, Jaimalaji. I'll talk about it later. You're muted.
It is the ultimate truth. Beyond that, there is nothing to be known. Nothing more to be seen or understood. All misconceptions end and all our ignorance is destroyed.
This is the 100%. They say in Mamtaji, you have Premaji. What is your understanding? Mamtaji, I don't even know if they are there. Okay. They say the only difference between this Advaita Vedanta and Dvaita Vedanta. That is, in Dvaita Vedanta, any form, whether it is Vishishta Dvaita or Dvaita, in the Vaishnava form, one reaches the Brahmaloka according to them. Right? One reaches the Brahmaloka, and when the universe, when Brahma, 100 years passes. You all know that calculation. In Bhagavatam we have done. We are living in Kali Yuga, right? So Kali Yuga is 1200 Deva Varsha. Okay, or it is 4,32,000 human years. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 human years. Then Dwapara Yuga is double of that, 8,64,000. And Treta Yuga is double of 8 lakhs, 16 lakhs, 17 lakhs, something it is. And Satya Yuga is double of Treta Yuga, which is 34,000, 35,000, whatever. So now in this 35,000 years, this makes one Chatur Yuga. 1,000 Chatur Yugas make one day of Brahma. That is one Kalpa. That is 12 hours of Brahma. It's not day and night. Night is another 12 hours, which is one more Kalpa. So like this, 360 days makes 1 year. Two Kalpas make one full day and night. 360 into that makes 1 year. 100 years is Brahma. Is Brahma's age of the universe. This is how, in Advaita, this will not come at all. This is all in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But
Manvantara then?
So I did one step. This was 1,000 Kalpa. This is one way. Another way to say is Chatur Yuga. From Chatur Yuga, you have 71 Chatur Yugas make one. No. 71 Chatur Yugas make one Manvantara. That is when the whole 3 worlds are destroyed and a new Manu is new human being, and everything starts from the beginning. 71 Chatur Yugas make one Manvantara, and 14 Manvantaras make one Kalpa. That is another calculation. One is 1,000 Chatur Yugas make one Kalpa. The other is there is a Manvantara introduced in between. 71 Chatur Yugas make one Manvantara. 14 Manvantaras make one Kalpa. After that, the calculation is the same. Twice of that is day and night. 1 year is into 360. 100 of that years is Brahma's age. So when one Brahma's age, that is the universe, ends, then in the way Dvaita philosophy and all, they'll say you go with bhakti, you become so sattvic. What is Brahma Loka? In the 14 lokas we see, Brahma Loka is the most sattvic. As you come down little rajas, when it comes to the Bhuloka, there is a combination of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and as it goes down, the Sattva, below the Bhuloka, Sattva is literally not there. It is between Rajas and Tamas. It keeps, the Tamas increases, the Rajas reduces as you go down. And when you go to the lowermost Loka, it is only Tamas, no Rajas at all. So the other extreme is Tamas, this upper extreme is totally Sattva. That is the Brahmaloka. So that is based on individual. It is a mind world, how each one of us are operating. So in the Sattva Loka, they say, so when you do bhakti, what becomes is you can reach the heights of Sattva quality, and you will reach Brahmaloka. But again, that is, you will reach Brahmaloka means you are so wonderfully refined, your mind. It is still in the mind world only. But that is why it is Dvaita. They believe that is where. And you will always be in the Sattva Loka and you will keep doing puja, reverence to the divine. And then when Brahma's universe gets over, you will also you will merge with Brahman at that time. So this is called a Krama Mukti. But in those 100 years, there is a chance you can fall. There is a chance you can fall, and then you will have to come back to Goloka and then again revive yourself. It can happen, because as long as you are with the mind, it is a danger. But when it comes to Advaita, they do talk about direct mukti, the final mukti, because it is all about going beyond the mind. But that is very difficult, like Krishna says. Lakhs come on this path, of that thousands make some change, and then in that one comes very few. Ramana Maharishi, Paramacharya, Chandrasekhara Saraswati of this thing, Kachi Mat, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Very few, notably. We can say a whole lot of other people. There are a whole lot of other people. Again, the divine is only guiding everybody according to the instrument. Little Vasana is there also. They'll say, Loka Sangraha, whether it is Chinmaya Mission, whether it is all the others, there is a little bit of, he is guiding according to one's instruments, but these are called Bhagwan in some ways. Krishna himself was Bhagwan completely. He didn't have to do anything, but he did only for the sake of Lord Loka Sangraha, and in that also he was completely untouched. Bhagavatam gives that shloka where it says, I limit myself, we are studying that only, right? I limit myself into a body without being caught by the Prakriti. Act in the world, that part is what is the difference between them and us? He also has a form, we also have it, but he is never caught with the Prakriti. He is always apara. So that is the difference. In Advaita, it claims. But they say it's a very difficult path. It will take some of us. But we must have that knowledge that it is attainable. And you keep, or bhakti will make us most sattvic. Upasana. Even in Advaita Marga, but that is why even in Advaita Marga you have upasana, constant upasana. Because not everybody is there, right? What will you do in the meanwhile? While you are still a jiva? Constant surrender. The only thing for us to do as a jiva is to surrender moment to moment to moment. If I have to take a decision, before that, surrender. Any time I have to use my mind a lot, surrender. I say I'm doing this, and surrender. That is the only thing we can do. As we keep doing that, and we see, then we will start realizing that, oh, I am not the doer at all. I cannot tell myself I am not the doer. This is a path of seeking. This is not a path of believing. This is a path of seeking where you realize what is being told here. So for that, the only thing I can do is surrender, surrender, surrender at the feet with humility. And then as you keep surrendering moment to moment, some emotion comes up, surrender. Some desire comes up, you are going with it, surrender. Just don't get, when you surrender, what happens? You don't get attached. you will not get attached to the outcome. That is the purpose. You don't own the effort, you don't own the outcome. Somebody asked me that day, just come into this, it's like, how can you say I'm not the doer? I keep doing, see, I have to take some decisions sometimes, right? There are two ways. Some things, say somebody is in the hospital, they ask me, you want to sign the ventilator, you don't want, I have to take a decision, right? There. How can we say we are not the doer? This person was asking. I said, doer. I am not the doer. You don't. How can you just say I won't do? I am not the doer, so I won't do. Is that what it is? Anybody wants to explain? Being with Atma Vidya. Is that what I am not the doer is? That I don't do?
We are just the medium that is needed to do that particular time, right, ma'am? Maybe.
Yeah. So you feel like a nimitta.
First,
Yes, Divya?
I mean, whatever is required to be done has to be done, but then the doership is like we surrender. I mean, see, ma'am, human mind is like whenever we are driven to do something, it is out of expectation of the result. But
Mm.
when we do it and we like sort of surrender it to God, then it's like we are giving up the expectation
But to
Exactly.
do that
of
at that
any
particular
result also, ma'am.
moment, it is kind
I
of.
mean, what has to be done has to be done, na, ma'am. We cannot
Yeah,
escape from karma,
correct.
But we do it at that particular moment
ma'am.
because it is meant to be done at that particular moment.
So you know that whatever decision is taken, I am not. See, one way, Divya is saying, I'm just surrendering. I say, okay, this is the decision that has to be taken. I'm surrendering and I'm doing it. That is one way. The other way is, I'm choosing this, but I am not choosing this. I'm just the nimitta.
It was meant to be, and I am supposed to do it.
Yeah, that is what happened. Whatever was happened, I was just a medium. It was his saying. Correct? So all of these are ways of very clear. Yeah, maybe this is what is meant to happen. This is what is the thing. I will accept it. So there is no attachment to the outcome. In such a case. We'll make it a little.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'd like to say, talk about an incident. When I was in school, I mean, my high school, I was in 10th, 9th or 10th standard, I don't remember. The dignitary had come to our school and he spoke about Gita's, this not expecting result. Karmanyevadikaraste. So he was saying he was against this. In fact, he was saying, how can anybody do anything without expecting the result? I mean, it was pretty convincing when he explained it, and
I
I
mean,
don't
it is
remember
for
the
somebody
entire
who does
explanation.
not, it is, yeah, how can you work without? That is how we are all working. So that is why we think that is how you work, right? That is natural.
Yeah, we are working for the result only.
That is natural, is how people feel. A lot of
Yeah.
people say, no, even when you see the Vedas, especially the Western, there are a lot of spiritual people even in the Western world, but the Western materialistic world, probably they will at least voice it. Here, they will be a little scared to voice it because somewhere, how will I be seen and all that will be there. They will say, come on, at this age, the body wants it. That's why children should, it is okay for, but they should have, they should know how to practice safety, physical intimacy. They say there is a natural need for the body. We should flow with the natural need, but provide safety guidelines. And the safety is not ever safe. Right? So now, if you go with these natural instincts, you are going with the natural instincts of the body and the mind. It is like giving that a free leash.
But how attached we are to that feel is where we have to balance.
Yeah. I mean, you accept that there is a feeling. There is one parent who came to me. This child was just, in the pre-teens, 11, 12 or something.
Adolescence, ma'am.
Just before teen is pre-teen, no? Adolescence. Huh.
Tween.
Tween. Okay, whatever is the term. Forget. Okay, 11, 12 years old. Huh? So 11, 12 years old. And she had, the child came and she used to share everything with the mother. She came and told everything. Amma, my friends are talking this, that. At that age, even I have heard how what all have happened in school, and they've not shared everything, but they will talk and I will hear. Okay, some they will tell, some I have heard. I knew half the things they didn't understand. They were just talking. Okay, but the way they will talk, you are like, oh my God, they're talking all these terms, but they don't really, or maybe they will know half knowledge, whatever. And when she heard all of this, mother freaked out. She's like, no, no, this is very wrong. Why are you talking? You shouldn't talk to all. And that child, then the moment she said, no, you shouldn't, this child got into one dvandva with it. There was all this talk. She wanted to hear all that. And then she's telling it is bad. I am a bad girl. I am drawn to this kind of. She went into depression, that little child. Because of that dvandva, no, somewhere that no, all this is very bad. Why are the children talking like this and all that? She actually went into depression because of that. So, yes, the idea is to you don't want to shame the child. She's shame. There is no shame in it, in what it. So, in a way, you understand that this is an age where hormonal changes are happening and all these kind of talks may happen. But you say, and it is okay for such things to happen. But you don't. But you can hold the control. You don't have to give in to it too much. So you're not saying it is bad. You're saying it is. You have to somewhere strike the balance. Natural instinct, you will feel so you be safe. No, that is one extreme. So you practice safe physical intimacy. No, not at that age. But similarly, you don't shame the child for going into that. You say this is natural. The hormones are changing. It is preparing your body but for much later, you're not still ready. It is a very natural thing. It is happening to everybody, but we don't indulge in it.
Ma'am, even in Christianity, a lot of, when they raise, they say it's sin not to do this, not to do that.
The sin thing is very papa. This is sin. If you put it, it puts a lot of guilt into people. That is why people go the complete other way and throw it out of the door. That is Stita Prajna Lakshana. We are building by saying it is there, but you don't need to indulge in it. Right from then, we are telling that is a sensory thing. We are not indulging. By not indulging, what are we teaching? That we have the power of choice. You are not that feeling.
It's like you can control your mind.
Yes, you have the power within you when you say, but no need to indulge. You are clearly telling the power is within you. And from that age, when we teach to, not indulge in senses and hold themselves, you slowly, sometimes they will have complaints, sometimes this thing, they will go through that. But as long as we are constantly talking to them from that plane of why this holding is good, and even for us, you may sometimes, we will have one, okay, I am going to do this on Thursday, I'm going to do this on this day. And then when we are going out, all the children are like, Amma, what is this? You're not eating today, you're not doing this. And then it brings all that, should I maybe relax, maybe this, maybe that. I say, no, I'll come with you, but I will not eat. We will go. So this is at different levels on the spiritual, wherever we are constantly practicing. This will be like the FOMO at the young age is very different, and FOMO even in spiritual practice is very different. So that constant, and what is it that guides us here? It's okay. That pull of the world will always be there in some way or the other. There is a choice. We don't need to indulge. We don't need to. But here, this is complete. So this is like that Ramayana story, no? This is the stage where now Sita is in Ashoka Vatika and Rama has come and taken Sita. We are all still in Ashoka Vatika, keeping our mind on Rama. There is an upasana constantly going on there, waiting for the Purusha to take us. Because that last chapter, I heard this very beautiful statement by Nochur Swamigal. Somebody has asked him a question. 99% spirituality happens through karma. Did you see that? Anybody? 99% spirituality happens through karma. Through, that is, you're acting in the world, but you feel like you're not, but you choose not to, you know that it is flowing through you, the karma. Which means you cannot sit back and not do anything. You will constantly be acting in the world. See, there will always be activity, there will always be karma. The vasanas will anyway drive those karma as long as they are there. As long as the vasanas are there, they will drive out the karmas. They will drive the karma. But if you choose inaction, that will also add as a... If you choose inaction, but we choose unaction. There is these two words, right? Inaction means I will not do anything.
Akarma, vikarma.
Yeah, vikarma is wrong action. Sometimes it is where you are, where action in inaction, inaction in action. When you are acting, you don't feel like there is an activity happening. It is just happening. Like what Diva was telling. I'm just the medium, it is happening through me. Or I'm just surrendering and I'm doing it. And inaction, some people are just sitting. Like Ramana Bhagwan. He looks inactive, but everybody is receiving. Just because somebody is sitting there, they are probably observing, and at the right time, the right words will come. Where it is needed. Or if somebody approaches them, they will be able to say it because they have been observing constantly by being there. So it looks like inaction, but there is action in that also. So 99% spirituality happens through karma, means life is the biggest teacher. He actually talks about this. I was just thinking, last week only I was telling like life is a teacher, and he has also spoken. Life is because life will present different situations, and those situations are ways for us to deal with through that sthita prajna, that absolute establishment to make us be there, giving us an opportunity to clean ourselves and be there, clean ourselves and be there, clean ourselves and be there. So 99% spirituality happens through such karma, through life. And then finally 1% he will come and take us. He will observe.
And even we are telling that if you do sat karma, I mean, then that is different.
What is Satkarma?
Sat karma means doing things, I mean, not to please others. It should come from within. Good deeds. Sometimes people do things to please the opposite person, and other time they will behave differently. Satkarma, you have always,
That will become Vikarma. That is correct. Okay.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sat means truth.
Yeah, truth. Honest.
Sat means truth. Honest. What is honest? When I am able to, when the action happens, there is nothing in the mind. The mind is empty. That is surrender. The mind is clear. It is like the white light is not getting deflected by something in the mind. The white light is just pouring through clearly without any obstacles of image, of expectations, of words in the mind. That is Sat. When I am able to see without any image, anything in the mind, I am just seeing and I am just doing. That is Sat, truth, honesty. Clarity is not something that comes in the mind. Clarity is when the mind is cleared of its impurities. Anything is an impurity, anything that has come. And from that space, when action happens, that is Satkar. Because you are with truth and an action is happening. Yes, Divya. You're raising your hand, Divya.
Yeah, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you are.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes, you
ma'am.
are,
So
Divya.
you said yeah, ma'am. So you said there is no mind when that action is happening,
That
more
is
or less.
anything
There
that
is
is.
no.
Yeah.
So it can also be, a murder. Can it be? I'm just asking.
Let's not go into. In a murder, it will always be, the mind will be there. It cannot happen without the mind.
I mean, I'm not so drastic as anything violent, but when the mind is,
Yeah.
I mean,
Any action
hmm,
when the mind is still.
okay. It is not not from the view of judgment of whether it is a good action or bad action.
Yeah, there is no judgment, there is no desire of outcome, there is no expectation, there is no right, wrong, there is no memory of a past coming in as flashing as pictures, there's no anxiety of the future.
Okay.
Example is cooking. While cooking, we really don't think anything. Only we'll be focusing on the ingredients,
Yeah.
mix,
Yeah.
let the stove sim and high. Only this much of thought.
Actually, it can also be anything which you really enjoy doing. Can it be? Or will the likes and
No
dislikes?
attachment. No attachment to that.
No,
When
but
you're
it could be some.
enjoying doing, you put the joy in the activity.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Or could it be something again, passion again, it comes from a space of like and dislike only, no, ma'am?
Passion is rajas only, right? See,
Hmm.
here everything passion. When you start picking activities that you like, when you start picking activities that you feel passionately about, you are looking for joy in that activity. Taking a trash out and throwing it can be joyful if you are joyful.
Oh, yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Cleaning the toilet can be joyful if you are joyful. Any activity that way will become joyful if you are joyful because the joy is within you. So when I enjoy something, then that joy when we seek in an outside thing, that is going to be impermanent. For a while it will give me joy and that itself can become. So many people join volunteering in spiritual organizations. But there also you'll see politics. Once the mind starts working, and we say, I thought here I will be peaceful, but here also there is all the politics. Because you're taking the same mind, no? There. So it is not in the activity that there is joy. The joy is within you. And any activity you do, you are joyful. Because the joy is within you. Whatever is needed to be done, there are no complaints. You just do it. And you're not doing it because there is a selfish reason. It is because you are a caretaker. You have to do it. If I don't do it, it will be wrong. If I am a caretaker for a child, I have to cook. I have to do what is needed to take. I cannot say, oh, I don't feel like a parent somehow. I am beyond all roles. I am that Atman. God will take care of the child and not do anything. Can we be like that? We can't. This has
No.
been, we have been assigned, it has been assigned. See, that is why as long as we are the jiva, the way we approach this is can be very different. A point of surrender. When you say instead of pleasing people, Premaji, as you were saying, instead of pleasing people, we say, I do this because he has assigned me as a caretaker, whatever is needed, I will do. Can be one form, making yourself the nimitta. But in all of this, we have to very minutely, subtly watch the I. Ahankara. But it's okay. Initially, that surrender. I am the nimitta matram. I am that caretaker. When I say I am the caretaker and I am doing his job, that attachment will slightly detach from there. The outcome will be moved, especially with our family and our children. I am merely a caretaker here. I am doing it. This is they belong to him. I hope he is happy. As long as you are a jiva, please the Lord. Not through right, wrong, good, bad. Do the work that he has assigned, that is your karma. That's all. That's enough. Any doubts, questions as you live? Sometimes I have this confusion, sometimes I'm clear. Anything like that? It will help others. Or sometimes you've had a confusion, but then you got clarity. All going well, no? Jai Malaji.
Ma'am, carrying forward what you said about surrender, Sharanagati, last week, last week also, no, last week you said that surrender does not mean that you become a softie, you know. No, don't say what you have actually in mind, you know, just agree to whatever people say, you know, not like that. You said, you know, that is not what is meant by surrender. Surrender means you are calm inside, and externally you say what you want to say, but actually in real life it is just the opposite, ma'am. It's like, suppose there is an elder in the family, or there is a boss. Externally you cannot tell, you know, but internally all the turbulence keeps going on, you know. You want to say, but the situation is not like that, you know, that you can say what is in your mind.
Is the
So
situation not like that, or I don't have the courage to say it? Is
yes,
that a
yes.
block in me?
Yes. So, can you elaborate on this principle of surrender, ma'am? What actually is surrender? Because in real life, this is what goes on, like, you know.
Yeah. I
Before you
agree. That is
explain, I will share my experience of this week, Artiji, about surrender. My son called me and told that he has got an offer for a new job. From 10 years, he never informed me any of his job. Wherever he likes, he goes and joins, and he leaves. Whenever he doesn't like, he leaves the job. That was going on from past 10 years. Now, from past 2 years, he was in a good job. He was also happy. I was also convinced. Now, he has got a very high package from an international NGO. He called me and told that he is submitting the papers. He asked me my suggestion. I said, nothing. I am very happy because for the very first time you are asking for my opinion, whether to join, whether to submit the paper or not, everything. I don't know anything about you in the field. And you know how past 10 years, how we were. So now I leave it to you. Fully, entirely your responsibility. And I was very calm. I was very calm throughout last week. And I just surrendered to Bhagavan. I said, if he gets more money, I don't know whether it is going to be good or bad. If he is earning less money, that also I don't know whether it is going to be good or bad. I surrender it to you. As of now, I am very calm. I am very peaceful. Whatever happened, that God will should happen. Nothing of mine. I did not advise. I did not call him repeatedly. I did not poke. In fact, he only called and told which is the correct date and time to submit his papers and all. He has thrown out his punal. That was the level of his what is that nastika. He says, no, God, nothing. This threadal bundle and all. I am keeping quiet because he is the only son from 2 generations in my family. We did all samskaras with great reverence, and it turned out to be like this. And today, from past 10 years, I had this suffering. Now, from 2018, in fact, till 18, it was somehow going on. Like from 18, he was very arrogant towards me. Like it was different. Not that he's a bad boy, not according to our values. So I am today I had gone out, so that's why I could not join at 6:30. So relieved that at least he has turned. He has turned. He has asked my permission. I put the responsibility on his shoulders. I surrendered. And this, the time, date, Rahu Kala, Guli Kala, everything he was asking. I thank God. I said only word. That is the change, 180-degree turn.
we have to let them go, then they'll come back. They'll return. If they are meant for us, it will come back.
Yeah, if they are meant in a hard way, he has to learn the lesson. He has to go through all the
Life
hardship.
is the teacher. We think we
Yeah.
have to protect them from life.
He was taking me always left and right. No, God, nothing. You are wasting money. You are going temple. You are doing all this nonsense and all. Now, today, this is the U-turn.
Because he was not getting the freedom from you. He was getting control from you. He was trying to escape from everything that you represented to him. That is what it was. It was an act of defiance.
Yeah.
because not that he didn't really not want spirituality, because you represented spirituality and you also represent control to him.
He wants to resist me. He wants to
Resist
resist me
everything that you
everywhere.
represent now.
Everything I do, from
Yes.
cooking to everything.
Yes, that was
You
what
learn
it is. Now
pasta,
when
you
you let
learn.
go, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is again, he is able to embrace everything that you believe also.
Yeah. The level of resistance was, you see YouTube, you do pasta, you do pizza, you do that Mexican, Italian, something he says, I don't know anything except that Anna Saru, South Indian food.
Thank you, Bhargaviji. So to Jayamalaji's question, before I get into surrender here, I want to break a misconception. In Indian homes, we have been raised saying, you should not talk like that to elders from a very young age. I remember having I'm just telling you this so it breaks. I had a friend. This is a bit heavy. That friend she was one of 3 girls. And that friend was physically abused by her own dad. Someone like us, well-to-do, not very poor and all. Okay? And when this girl went and told her mother also didn't do anything. Later on, this girl realized it came up. For a while, she just went with life like that. She got married, she had a daughter. But at some 35 or 40, she had this whole thing coming back to her. She went and shouted at her father. She, had to get it out. She was completely, and even when she was saying all that, what her mother came and told her, is this how you talk to your father? Is this how we have taught you? So, what does this mean? Anybody can do anything and I should not talk? First, we have to break that misconception that talking, we have all these names of talking back. You should not talk back. I have always encouraged my children to, you say what you feel, just use the right tone. I have only chided them for not using, because even with others, even in their life later, if they use that tone, that will break relationships. So you talk, you use the right tone, you use the respectful words. Don't say things that you will regret later. Only these two. We never say you should not talk back. Because I can be wrong too. So we are here as co-travelers to learn from each other. So when we do mention something that is going wrong with the elders in the house, it becomes there is room for improvement for everybody in the only thing we have to say. To give an example, my daughter with my mother-in-law, I believe in straight relationships, so I will not interfere, right? My grandmother and granddaughter, it is their relationship. If she has some feeling, she will come and share, and I will listen like I'm listening. And I'll give her some ideas what she can do. But I will never go and interfere. I know sometimes it may feel like something. So she always felt her grandmother, it looked like that also. It's not like who had more favoritism for the grandson than her, and they're twins. And something goes wrong, she would be scolded. She had this feeling for so long, and I would say they have their own conditionings. It could be that, it may be something else. We don't really know. And, I would say go ahead with it. Or if you feel like telling it, it is up to you, but tell it respectfully. Whatever, I would just, but I know for sure she loves you also. Okay, they may have their favorites, but I'm sure she loves you. This kind of, just to her, I would tell. But this was building, and one day when she was scolded, she lashed out all that pent up. You don't love me. You only love my brother. You are always scolding me even for mistakes he does. You are dung dung dung. Little bit she has told. Then she has felt bad because what did I? But believe me, that day the grandmother came, sat with her, and said, she cried to her and said, no, I love you too. I am sorry. And then from because she would make coffee for the grandson, she would not make for her so much. It was a very automatic, not that she consciously did it. It was very automatic for her like that. Okay, but the difference is seen outside that favoritism. So then she very consciously started making coffee, taking care of her. And from then on, the relationship, in fact, became better. They can talk to each other, they can express to each other. Say, recently also, me and my mother-in-law, she comes to my Bhagavad Gita class in the apartment now. Okay, it's very nice that she is able to, she comes and she will then ask nice questions to me. And she says, how can one be without expectation? Why we be without attachment? Attachment beda andre we should leave everybody, yeah. Everybody. I said that is not the attachment. The attachment is here. It is about our expectations because we are largely guided by our expectation. What is in the mind, others should understand. Okay, that is one thing. So one day when there was a little bit of a tiff, I said, I cannot understand the expectation in your mind. Your expectation is in your mind. I cannot understand that. You have to tell me clearly. I will do it. But from your expectation, don't you know? This is what we eat. This is what we don't eat. I said, no, your mind is different on each day. One day you will say this. After 3 days, you will say, why didn't you do that? I cannot understand your mind. You have to. That is why I come and ask you every day. If you want what you want to be done, you have to be ready to take that. I am coming and asking you every day. You have to answer me. If you are ready to eat whatever I am making, then this problem is not there at all. This is how, okay. This is how. I don't think I said anything wrong. It changed. Expectation is wrong. Expectation creates conflict. If you want, you can state your expectation, but don't expect it to be. That is what I am saying. Karmanyam. Oh, idena karmanyam adhikaraste. She said.
Yeah, we will mug up the stotram. We will not understand the meaning to implement.
Correct. So, I don't know if this is giving any sense to you.
Expectation bring unhappy results.
Yeah. So, it helps to understand the pattern of the other, Jayamalaji. Observe your own pattern, what is happening within you. Observe the pattern in the other. Now that we have been coming for these classes, right? It is even okay if I have not been coming for these classes and I can express as I feel like this. So at least the other person knows what they are telling, how it is making me feel. At a children level, we can tell that because they still can't understand patterns and everything, right? So you can talk about, I'll say, if you feel, you say, you don't blame, you say, you are like that, you are like that. You say, I feel like this. That is okay. But for us, we can make it another satsanga. The conflict can be converted into a satsanga and both of us can grow in that. Or you can express, I feel like this. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Because the other person many times doesn't know how it is feel. They just feel they are doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing. They are coming from their space. Is this making any sense, Jayamalaji, or you want it to be put as surrender? I don't know. Now I have to fit it into
No,
surrender.
surrender is we have to do whatever we have to do. But ultimately, there should not be any guilt, any pride, guilt, nothing.
So you
Just
can
surrender.
surrender saying, I am going to say this, oh divine, may this lead to harmony.
This is Ishvara Prasada. Whatever happens, we have to accept. Do
But we
whatever
must
possible to the
be
best.
truthful there.
Yeah.
The
Best
idea
of the
is
best.
to be Sat. Or you are not holding anything in the heart, and like that Jadavarada, everybody is totally, is already a jnani in some ways. They're all telling nothing. He's practicing complete. Anybody says anything, he's not holding anything in his heart and he is fine with it. This is also one way.
Total detachment.
Yeah.
Total detachment. Everybody is saying anything, I'm not receiving the abuse at all. But if I am holding it in, I personally have seen, in my opinion, everybody is a good person. Everybody is caught with our own vasanas only.
Mm.
And because
Yes.
we have been put together, why not help each other? We cannot be afraid of conflicts. Conflicts are a way to move towards harmony and understanding. If we can do it through surrender, do it through honesty, own up our vulnerability, it can move towards understanding and pure love, flow of love.
Yeah. Very nice. But the problem is, in a house, everyone should be in the same page. Otherwise, it's
No?
difficult.
Who is everybody in the same page? Relationship is a straight line. I would very clearly say, if somebody comes, Nanu Ammanu matarta idini, we will finish it. We'll take care of it. I mean, of course, father and the papa won't come in. I will tell Kumar if he comes in. I won't talk like that to my father-in-law. There's not that much
Again,
discussion. There's
depends.
not that much discussion also, and things that don't
Yeah.
happen that much with him.
Depends on the personality we are dealing with.
So you have to understand. But first of all, we have to come out of this fear of authority.
Mhm.
Fear of authority is what I would say, and we never come out of it, we as Indians. It has been drilled into us too much.
And sometimes just to maintain the peace of the surroundings, we just that's my way of dealing because
And you are peaceful inside afterwards.
yeah, because we have
No,
reached
even
a
I
place
have
where
done
we
it
have
sometimes.
detachment. Yeah.
Even I have done it sometimes. Many times I have also done it. Sometimes I'll also speak.
You
And many
know
times
that
I'm like, it's okay, that is her nature,
exactly because
it is
nothing we do
fine.
it's going to change that
Yeah. It is her
so
nature.
just accept and get it detached.
Yeah.
Whatever
Even
you
that.
do, that is going to be the reaction. So let it be.
Yeah, but when it happens for me, when I am also tired, I've gone somewhere and I have
Ah,
come back, and the next
saturation.
day the body is very tired. But words will always be Vedantic. What comes out. But when
Problem
I
is
am
that the person
tired, that
listening should
patience
understand
level
that.
is a little low. Sometimes I think I don't, I can, and I will say, but it has, with God's grace, I will only say it has helped on both sides and brought more this thing. So I'll say that is his thing. It had to come out, and it's not been
Exactly.
so far. There have been times earlier when I used to be very angry, get very upset and say some things, and 4 days, 5 days, no talking at home. Those kind of things, and I'm like, I am not that kind. I will get it out next moment. I'll be talking. So I'll be going and talking. I'll be like, it's okay, ma. What to do in house? Don't you fight? Didn't you fight with your daughter? Huh? Don't you fight with Papa? That is my father-in-law. Don't you sometimes have fight with? I like that. Why one daughter-in-law alone? We should make such a big issue. It is okay. These kind of things I would go and give dialogues, and then she'll become all right after some time. Okay, so am I feeling empowered in my
You got to,
silence
these
or
3 days
in the
messages of
conflict?
your parenting is more empowering. It's very, very highly empowering.
You're
And
all there
you
in the
can,
SankalpaVidya and
yeah.
I am sending, Diva keeps putting
You must be
Namaste or
seeing
something.
my calmness and enjoyment today, because I have handled my son in the entire 1 week without interrupting, without taking any
Your son is
responsibility.
your biggest teacher. in your
Teacher,
life.
yes.
All prarabdhas from last janma.
What is your thought, Jayamalaji, on how do you handle your situation? You have asked a question. I'm going to extend it. We can't come back again. How do you handle your situations normally?
Yeah, like Divaji said, ma'am, just accept it because whatever has to happen will happen by the divine's will.
Hmm.
So that is how
That
I
is your
accept.
way of surrender.
But your effort should be there, no? If you want it happen to be as
Okay.
per.
No, but what happens within when you do that surrender? You feel peaceful, empowered, comfortable, or it festers sometimes?
In my case, ma'am, I just let go. Then I don't carry baggages. So what I could do, I have done. Now
Yeah.
it's up to the ball is in the other court. If they want to sit
Divaji,
on
you
it,
said
let
you
them.
are very calm. You said you are very calm. Whereas Jayamalaji has expressed that she is a scared parent. So her situation is different. Your
No, that is
situation
the
is
question.
different.
Is it coming out of fear or is it coming out of a wisdom
No, I just asked a general question, ma'am. It was not regarding anybody's
about
specific.
you?
Not anything specific.
Oh, like what Diva is saying, it's beautiful.
Yeah, generally, like to just keep the peace in the house or in the office or any such environment. No, even it
But
can be.
are you looked at as empowered after that? Do you feel empowered is the question at the end. Do
Yes,
others
ma'am.
take, do I feel empowered?
Yes, definitely,
Do
ma'am.
I, uh, ultimately, how we handle it does not matter. There can be many ways, like what Diva is telling, perfect, excellent. That is also great. But at the end of that, is there harmony within also? That is the sign. If there is
Yeah, you should
harmony
not
within,
feel victimized.
and
You
I
should
should
not
not
feel
feel
as a
like a
victim.
victim, I don't have complaints, I don't have a pile up happening within. Surrender is simply saying, and surrender is to one is, okay, this is their vasana. They are acting out of their vasana. It is okay. It is not about me at all. It is about their vasana is playing out and it is perfectly fine. That is the way it is. I can take it. Someday my vasana played out, that also you surrender. Maybe it was meant to happen that for some reason. That is also okay.
The mind alone is the cause of bondage and release, no?
Yeah.
Our mind.
Yeah. So actually that humility and surrender is very good.
Ma'am, one thing what we have, the being like this
But
with
it may
time.
not change. Does it bring the change in others?
Yes, ma'am.
It does,
That's
right?
what I was
Your
just going
calm
to
brings the
say.
change in others.
Yeah, because for the years now, initially what it was and what it is now, we can see there's a drastic change. Probably with age, the other person is also maturing.
So like my daughter, no, initially she was like, this is okay, but it was piling up. And one day it happened. And the mother, so, okay, it was meant to happen. That is also okay. What is in the surrender, what is most important is not whether there's no conflict outside or whether we are talking or we are not talking. It is whether inside I'm feeling calm.
Yes.
That is all that matters.
All effort is for that.
That whether it inside I am calm, and is that calm spreading to others also. It should not be that I am only calm and others are all going all bonkers. Okay. So inside I am calm and it is creating harmony around me. That is the measure of my life of surrender. That's all.
Oh, it is 7:45.
Yes,
This is
we'll
it.
close.
मालूम नहीं पड़ता है. Good
We
यार,
have
but
done sometimes till 7:45 earlier. But these are good questions, no? Sometimes when we ask,
yes,
there
yes.
was another parent who came who was talking about, how she was very controlling of her daughter, and now she's not happy with the choice of the marriage. She's having a lot of could not accept it at all and has always been controlling. And the daughter feels like she's constantly fighting to get what she wants. So there is a
Same thing is
bridge.
happening to me every day here.
And
What?
after the class, she felt realization somewhere came that maybe I have been doing too much. She's saying all this. I have been overdoing only. You don't know. What I'm telling is nothing. I have done so many things. She was talking like that. So there was a realization within. So surrender in a straight line is moving from the kshetra to the kshetrajna. I am the observer of the breath. When I let go of the observation of the breath, dhyayato vishayan punsaha, I don't put my mind to the vishaya, and I turn to the kshetrajna. When my mind has thoughts, I don't put my mind into those thoughts, and I turn around and observe the observer. That is surrender. When the emotion, the desire comes out, I turn away from that desire. I turn to the observer and observe the observer. Turn away is very important. That is Vairagya. And observe the observer, that is the Abhyasa. Abhyasa Vairagya, Abhyasa Vairagya. And stay with that. Like I said, no, when the pain came, I turned away from the pain. Once the tooth pain, I was talking about it. Like that thought, like that desire, like everything, we just turn. That is the biggest form of surrender, if we can do that. It's not in the words that I am surrendering. It is not necessarily. It is just saying that's in the kshetra. That's not me. Very nice.
It is shift inwards, right?
Now I am
Shifting towards
thinking,
the consciousness.
I have this thing, okay, maybe I should now let go of this talking also. So you people are telling so nicely. I have sometimes only I do, but I do. Now I am thinking maybe I should follow absolute quiet. Let's see, I'll challenge myself.
Ma'am, but like you said, there are points that when the saturation reaches a particular point, and as you said, when we are a little tired or down, sometimes that reaction comes in, but how controlled it is what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. The tone and the respect and the words, as long as it is.
Yeah. This satsanga refines even the pressure situation. We will be in check before speaking.
Until you are able to do it on your own.
Mhm.
Sometimes we should give it a 1 month break. Without satsanga, how am I? We should see. No, not yet. Don't feel confident yet.
No, it is so attached. No, 7:30. I was 6:30. I should join the class. I was in traffic. I was not able to join. Charge was not there in the phone, but it was
or
pulling.
2 weeks break or something.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are all spiritual novices, ma'am. If you do that,
Ma'am,
Total
this is
chaos.
one attachment we like, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe
We
when
need
you don't
attachment.
need it, when you feel more ready, you will only be ready to experiment like that. within you.
Yeah, right now we are not. We need to.
Okay. Okay. Chalo.
Comfort level has set in just now, so it's kind of we are all in one. That limited people and the same. So
Group
though nobody has
comfort,
met each other, that
comfort
there
is
is no inhibition when we speak.
Mm.
so yes.
God's grace, there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
no such
very good.
difficulty that we cannot express. We can openly express our
In a
difficulties.
small
So,
group and a consistent
yeah.
group, that happens. That is, yeah, God's grace that this group has come together.
And we have problems which can be
Something
expressed
his,
easily.
no
Not that I have
coincidence,
tried.
his design only.
Yeah.
His
There
design
is no
only.
judgment
His
here.
design only.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's a safe space for us, ma'am.
yeah.
Exactly. There is no judgment. Whoever it
Yeah.
is just gets it out.
Where is Mr. Ramchandra ji who was attending, elderly person?
Long time back only.
Yeah,
he told.
yeah. No, but is he okay? Is he healthy?
Chal, wait. I haven't checked. I think he'll be okay. We'll close. Om. 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 Asato ma satkamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Okay.
Thanks a lot. Very nice topic. I think still some more has to come. I hope. Time nahi hai.
आज it was flowing.
Yeah, exactly.